I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. '24 Ford Bronco
Raptor without launch control.
and painted fenders.
Still good.
Horsepower and torque.
418 horsepower, 440 pound-feet of torque from a 3-liter Ecoboost V6.
VQ. Okay.
No, it's not a VQ.
No,
so you
but-
mentioned painted fender flares. That is the most obvious change since we last reviewed this.
Is that not the only change?
No, Yuri, we have a new Code Orange appearance package on the exterior,
And we've got the same paint as every other Raptor we've reviewed this year.
which is also new for 2024, Shelter Green. So
Yeah.
they did offer a couple new colors, I think 2 new colors, and then this exterior Code Orange package, which gives us the orange Raptor splash, the orange tow hooks, but we don't have orange beadlock rings, and I'm not sure why we don't, because Ford's media release says that you're supposed to get it as part of one package. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Maybe that'll make it a little too tacky.
Yeah,
They
it
dialed
definitely would.
They dialed it back. They're like, all right.
The
all right.
photos are kind of wild, because you can get it on Shelter Green, and it's just like pretty intense.
Okay, so I guess last time you spent the full week with this. This time I've got the full week with this. I actually really enjoyed this. I got so much more attention than I thought I'd get with this. Everyone was just stoked on me having a big, cool monster truck. Even a lady at the daycare pickup lineup was like, that's a really cool truck or SUV.
I mean, look at this thing.
I'm shocked how many people like it, but I've been fitting in parking spots. I've been using my 360 cameras, fitting everywhere perfectly. I'm not worried about door dings because they're just going to door it right into like my footsteps.
Yep, we
Footsteps,
got
it's the
rocker side rocker rails. Or,
well, there's a rocker rail and then there's a step that you
Yeah.
can remove. What's that called? Side step?
wait, you can remove those?
Perma side step? Yeah, why not?
I don't
It's
know.
got screws there. Just unscrew it.
And then we got those beefy fender flares, which, man, they look so much better painted, like so much better. And last time when we reviewed this, I said that it looked kind of weird with the unpainted ones. Now Ford listened to apparently all the customers and probably me. There we go.
But they didn't change it in the gauge cluster.
Ah.
What the hell, guys?
2025, Yuri.
What the heck? Anyways, I think in a dark color, yeah, but if it was a brighter color, like if it was yellow or white or red, like, or orange, like,
Code Orange.
would it be too much?
No, it'd be perfect.
If it was painted fenders.
Perfect.
And then driving this all week, I actually still have a quarter tank left. Do you know what that means?
That means you didn't drive much?
No, I drove a ton. It means that because this is a 6-cylinder and not a V8 like it should be, I was driving like economically a lot of the time. I didn't feel the need to rip, which I did a lot, but not nearly as much as I would if it was a V8.
Yeah, if this thing had the 5-liter Coyote engine, it would actually be perfect.
This-
and like
this-
horsepower and torque
it
would have
just-
been very similar.
It just needs a V8 for
Yeah.
like the feel of it.
And apparently Ford has said that it physically won't fit the hood or something like that, but like I'm sure they can make it fit.
Make a bigger HUD!
Because this is also the Ranger platform. So the Ranger also has this V6, although it has less power. So I get why they don't have it, but man, Ford, you need to do that. Just throw the Coyote motor in here. But let's take a listen to the outside. Inside?
I like the sound.
Yeah, you like trumpets.
And
EQ
this is
noises.
in off-road use only Baja mode. If I put it to quiet mode,
I mean, if you're gonna go wide open, it's still loud.
that was not wide open. That was like half.
Yeah,
But
still pretty loud.
It's okay, yeah. It's pretty reasonable though.
But it's not that Ford Raptor trumpet sound because they don't have the exact same exhaust because they don't need that.
The Ford Raptor with the motor sound, the 6-cylinder sounds better, I think.
Yeah, because that's like GTR VR engine kind of sound.
And then I loved looking at the paint when it reflected nicely, and I loved looking at the graphics. I love the Raptor splash on this.
Yeah, overall, I do like this Raptor splash because it's kind of reminiscent of the first-gen Ford F-150 Raptor splash.
And you know what else I really liked was every time I rolled up on someone from behind, I would see my amber headlights in the reflection of their panel or whatever.
That's one of my favorite parts of one of my personal vehicles.
And the 3 lights are always on.
Yes.
It's always amber on, unlike your Raptor.
Yes, you
So
have to
that's
turn the
cool.
dial.
You don't have to do anything, man.
I know.
It's just always on. Like, that's perfect. We got marker lights on the back above the spare tire, and then you notice that they're on the mirrors for front and back for the 5th.
Yeah, because you have to have 3 marker lights, but you always have to have 5 because you have to have the exterior ones on the width part.
And some more daily driving stuff that I noticed is parking with the 360 camera. So I mentioned it briefly, but the 360 camera works so perfectly. Like, the trickiest, narrowest stuff I got in every single time. The only thing is, sometimes I'm slowing into something like, let's push the button. It's like, you cannot use it safely yet. But I was like going slow. Like, I feel like they should just add the ability to turn the 360 camera on a little bit sooner in this.
And then if you put this into Baja mode, it just turns on your front camera at any speed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Except when you go into Baja mode, then it puts you into 4 high, so you got to quickly push 2 high.
Yes.
Because you don't always need that. And then if you're in drive, it won't let you, I guess, upshift past 5th. You have to go to manual because it like really hangs the gears in.
I guess depending on the speed though.
Well, even right now, if I go to...
Right, because we're not going that... Like if we were going highway speed, it might let you go past 5th.
Yeah, I don't think people are going to be doing Baja mode and whatever, highway speed.
Why not?
See, so right now, I won't let me go higher
it's
than
4th. So it's speed dependent. See, 6th. I told you, it's speed dependent. 7th, which makes perfect sense.
And then driving this all week has been very comfortable. Love the suspension. I can dial it in from the steering wheel because I've just been driving in normal pretty much the whole time. But I have been using the steering wheel as well to change it to Baja exhaust. But you only get normal, sport, and off-road. I feel like there's another suspension mode for Baja that you can't access unless you're in Baja mode, because it does feel a little softer in Baja mode, doesn't it?
I'm not really sure. I haven't spent that much time with it, but I kind of understand why they would lock that out exclusive to Baja mode, but you can't really tell because when you're in Baja mode and you press it, you can't dial it out of Baja mode.
You got to do it in the back. You'll notice it more when you're doing your bouncing, I think.
What if we just dial this into Baja mode and see what the suspension actually says? Because there's that gauge screen that tells you all of the things.
Yes, like your
the Raptor status.
Raptor status. That is great to have because then I always know like what mode I'm in.
And get rid of all those warnings. And what does your suspension say?
Off-road. Yeah.
So off-road. There you go. There is no Baja.
It's all in my head.
Exactly. Marketing, Yuri.
Okay,
it's good power.
The power is good, but you just need a little more.
Yeah.
And a little more sound, and a little more feeling.
Yeah, like a deeper sound.
Okay, I'm going to go back to normal mode because I don't like it hanging gears in auto. And even though this has nice paddles, I don't really need to shift this.
It's got a 10-speed auto as well, which I will talk about later.
So this has CarPlay, wired or wireless, which has been really nice because sometimes my phone glitches out and I've been able to plug and unplug. The infotainment, honestly, I'm thinking this is kind of like one of the best infotainments that has a lot of buttons missing because it does have hard buttons for climate. You got a hard button for your camera down here instead of up here. And these bottom things, you can just like slide your finger, click audio or CarPlay very easily. And then on SiriusXM, it's Beach Boys Radio, so I've just been listening to that pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, it's a really good system.
Then we got this thing on the right here that you could swipe up and see your SiriusXM playing while you're in your Google Maps CarPlay, and you can even rewind on that while you're in your CarPlay, but then you could also click that button and make it full width CarPlay as well.
Nice.
And the last thing that I want to mention about daily driving, besides my kid's car seat being in there and her having a great time looking out the window at the level of other trucks and big rigs and being able to wave to them, the door handles. It's proximity touch, you put your hand there, you open it, and that's great to have, nice conveniences. And then you got click to lock on the front door, passenger door, and on the trunk door, which is great.
Oh, wow.
But not on the
rear doors.
Rear doors, which I think is perfectly fine.
And considering these are all removable easily, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's why we have our window switches in the middle like a PT Cruiser.
Yes. Or a Jeep.
PT Cruiser probably did it first.
Pontiac G8 as well. Australia. Baja Blast traction off. Brake boost.
That was better.
Yeah, it definitely likes the brake boost on this. It really spools up those turbos from the Ecoboost.
Did you notice like the wind noise or the roof? Nothing's like too crazy?
No, I feel like the build quality may have gone up or something, but I do know that the Raptors, I think, have a lot of stuff added to them that the regular Broncos don't to stiffen the actual chassis.
There's a lot of stuff around that like rear bar, which I don't know is on a regular one.
But I think it's actual chassis stuff like underneath, which helps with the whole rigidity.
Can't it be above as well?
Could be. Okay, so let's talk about this lovely not V8 engine. It's really torquey, it's really nice to drive, but man, it would have been so much nicer if it was a V8, because like driving in Baja mode, I feel like helps with the turbo, because I believe it does have that anti-lag system, which helps with spool and just kind of maintaining boost between gears, because it's quick, and like this 10-speed, when you're using the paddles, it is really quick to upshift and downshift. It's actually pretty pleasant to use, and that suspension, it has not changed for the 2024 model year like the Raptor was, because the Raptor went to the Fox dual valve, live valve for compression and rebound. This one is the same as it was, so it's only one direction.
What's the difference between one direction and live?
They're both live, but the Raptor has compression and rebound that's live. This just has, I think it's just compression, not rebound.
Okay, what does live mean?
Live means that it's constantly adjusting, so it's adaptive. It's them using the word adaptive.
Oh, okay, so live is just adaptive.
Essentially, but a little bit more, because it still changes between the drive modes, so that's kind of the adaptive part.
So it's adaptive drive modes and adaptive while it's in the drive mode?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes, exactly. So it can change like the valving inside the shock for both things, and they're both adjustable, so it's like, it's better for jumps and all that kind of stuff.
Leave a comment if you learned something at the School of Jacob today.
But the difference between this and the Ranger Raptor, which now exists, I don't think there's too much, and that's why they had to differentiate this versus the F150s, because those now get that and this doesn't.
You know what kind of sucks about Baja mode is you really can't get out of this screen, can you?
You can. I figured it out.
How?
Just press the camera button.
Oh.
Super easy. Infotainment master Jacob over here.
Yeah.
We got a really cool gauge cluster. It's all digital. If you change between the drive modes, you get really cool animations, which is always fun.
I really like how you have all those like Raptor status settings, and you can like see what temperature all your stuff is, so you know if you're gonna blow up your truck or not.
Yeah, because this thing's got a lot of ground clearance, got a really good approach, breakover, and departure angles, better than the F150 Raptor, because we also have 37-inch tires, which the Raptors have as an option, but the Raptor R comes from by default.
Yeah, you know, these wheels look pretty cool.
They do. I'm kind of disappointed just for visual effect that we don't have those code orange beauty rings.
It's too much.
On my personal vehicle, if I was to buy this, I wouldn't want them either.
Honestly, like your personal Raptor looked perfect with the stock wheels on there.
Yeah, I do kind of. I was thinking about putting the
Put
stock
them
wheels.
back.
I'm thinking about
Just
them.
do it.
I'd have to get them refinished, because like everything.
Dude, we know Ontario Wheel Repair.
I know they killed it.
They fixed our wheels before.
They did such a good job. I was thinking about, because it needs like a clear coat repair and everything. Yeah, we'll see one of these days. Because then I gotta get 5 of them. I gotta get the spare remounted.
Get some new tires for your Ford Raptor. What would you want to change it to? You want a performance tire on your Raptor?
Oh, absolutely. I would put the exact same tires back on. The Continental Terrain Contact AT, Yuri. So suspension-wise, this is really nice and soft. I'm sure you enjoyed this like heck daily driving.
Yeah.
It's just so nice.
Just smashing speed bumps. It's like 30 kilometers an hour. And I'm like, yeah, 100. Just kidding. I would never. But I could.
And the patented Jacob test still works. So if I was to downshift right now, hit the brakes and gas, and hit the brakes and gas, oh yeah, still bounces like a mofo. It's the best. It's so soft that it just lets you do that.
You're welcome. All the Reels pages and Instagram pages that take other people's content and use them to make memes.
Yes, you're gonna skip this part of the video.
We are glad to help you out and provide meme content to the world, because the amount of meme content I've consumed, I'm happy I can pay back to the world.
You know what? I'm gonna make a meme reel out of this one, so follow us on Instagram and let me know how this meme reel was. And then interior wise, it's actually really comfortable in these seats, like nice bolstering, and the quality seems really nice as well.
Forward back lumbar on your side and my side, it's nice.
Yeah, and then driving position's really nice. We've got really nice paddle shifters as well. We do have the carbon fiber package, which normally I do love carbon fiber, but I'm honestly disappointed by the lack of the amount of carbon fiber for the package, so I would actually skip that package.
How much is the package? A couple $100?
No, it's like pretty expensive.
Like $1,000?
I don't remember.
Because like we got some right here on the handles, and like when you open your door and the light hits it just right, like it does look cool to match the code orange paint.
Exactly, but it's only there. It's only on the steering wheel, and then it's right here on the bucking Bronco.
If it's like $400,
I want that whole panel in carbon, which would be too
No,
much, but
this
I
looks
want
way
it.
better than carbon.
No way.
You think this would look better in carbon fiber?
100%. It would look like a race Bronco.
Brother, ooh.
The Bronco DR that they actually make with a V8. And since this is a off-road monster, we do have a bunch of buttons for all that fun stuff all up here. I do have my traction control off, and then we have our front, rear locking differentials, trail turn assist, and then we can also disconnect our sway bar.
It'd be fun to go Baja mode, disconnected sway bar, and then just see if you could roll it on cliche.
Will it let me? No,
Probably
you got to
not.
be 4 low, 4 high. Oh,
So-
wait, you know what? Let's try 4 high then.
4 high,
4 high.
Baja mode,
Oh my God. All
sway
right.
bar disconnected.
Oh my, look at, dude.
Yeah, bro.
What a difference.
I know, that's what it does.
Oh yeah, that's wild. I'm surprised it lets you do this at high
We could
speeds.
probably roll it in cliche.
Yeah, we probably could.
And we should probably turn that off.
Relock that.
Too high?
Yeah.
I like how easy all the goat modes and all that stuff is, and the hill descent assist. To get into different off-road modes, it's super simple.
Yeah, to change the transfer case and all that, it's really nice.
Other fun things, USB-C and USB power. We have proper 3-prong power back here, and we got this cool plaque, which I loved seeing all the time.
Yeah, I can't see it from a driver's seat because when I'm in drive, this is completely blocking
Just
it, but
put
I
it
know
in
it's
park,
there.
you'll see it.
Yeah,
Right now.
I'll put it in. No, neutral doesn't help.
Hey, you like
Manual.
these seat belts? These are
Yeah,
pretty
code
sweet.
orange. Yeah.
The way they wrap around my child seat.
Oh, and then this is also code orange as
Yeah.
well. What about the cup holders? Did you experience those in your week?
Yeah, they fit great. No
Perfect.
issues. And then,
Visors?
yeah, I use them. I
And?
use them by sliding them 3, 2, 1.
Oh ho ho!
Okay, up here we got like freedom tops and we can take the whole roof off, but we've been doing car reviews for 7 years, so I don't feel the need to prove myself by hurting my back doing this anymore like we did in the Jeep that first time.
Yeah, and you can take the doors off as well. And then we have our auxiliary switches up here.
The mirrors stay attached to the car, which is cool for
Yes.
doors off stuff.
Different than a Jeep.
And I think one of these switches controls the rigid lights at the front, the fog lights.
Oh, it's like pre-wired?
I think so, but you're not supposed to take the covers off and use them on the road.
Yeah, because I don't see any other like fog light type buttons or anything like
And
that.
then we do have this threaded thing right here and power for GoPros, I guess, on trails, but
Yeah, let's stick a GoPro into a cliche corner. Let's see how this thing does through here. And lots of body roll with the sway bar connected, but man, does it... Oh, the body roll is actually hilarious through here. It's so much fun to drive. Like, I would never drive like this in my life, but today I am.
you know what? It is. You say you'd never drive like that, but you get on the Gardner and the 427. You take and you change from one highway to another, and you're just like passing people around the turn. It's pretty fun.
But it's nothing like this. Like, this is like...
No, but you're going like 100 where everyone else is going like 60.
Yeah,
You're going
yeah.
around them. It's pretty fun to be that guy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do it in this because, I mean, that's normal on the highway, and I'm going to take this slightly off-road here. Dude, you can't even tell. Literally can't even tell. That was unbelievable. What a great suspension setup and tires as well. Like, 37's kind of mandatory on this.
I did use the off-road clearance to drive over my beautiful lawn this
Nice.
week while my wife was looking in disappointment. I'm like, babe, look.
Makes
and
sense.
then my neighbor across the street yelled at me every single day for this being a V6.
He yelled at you because it's not a V8.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
got a V8 Tundra. He's like, that's not right, man. That's not right. And he's not wrong.
No, and even the new Tundra's now V6 too, so like...
Yeah. Well, that's why he's got his old one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he was mad at me every day. He's like, that should be a V8.
Yeah.
And then I did use the trunk for a whole bunch of gardening stuff.
Yep.
I filled it with soil a bunch. Carolina squatted the heck out of it a couple times.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So check out my lawn raised bed video on my Yuri Tershin.
Yeah, when I had my Raptor filled up to the brim to go to the dump, my front end was also raised up as
Yeah,
well.
I could see why Carolina squatting is so cool.
Yeah.
And then the rear door, it's got like
It's
a
not
nice-
cool at all.
You don't think it's cool?
No, it's not cool.
Oh,
It's
that's
literally the
cool.
worst thing in automotive.
No,
Yeah,
that's pretty
100%. No, those people should all just get their trucks burned and destroyed by Whistler Diesel.
cool. And then the rear tailgate, how it opens to the side. It's got the spare tire there. It's damp, so it's very easy to use. Then the glass, the way it comes up, glass second.
I think they had to add reinforcement because it's a 37-inch tire on the back, so it's like, it's pretty heavy.
Oh, and it says like accessory ready everywhere, so you could like clip stuff to it. We got like the carabiner thing back
Yep.
here. You fit back there right behind yourself really nicely.
I do, it's really comfortable for me.
And then the fenders, the only part that's not painted is the part that says accessory ready. I guess they know that's gonna get hit with rocks.
Makes sense.
It's got plastic on the rear fender on the outside,
Oh, nice.
just like my Prowler.
Oh, wow. All right, let's see if I can nail all these upshifts.
Yeah, you gotta go early.
the gears are kind of long, but they're also kind of tight together. It's an interesting gear set because 10-speed, so there's a lot to go through.
And this does have adaptive cruise and lane centering, but no blue cruise. That still has never existed in a Ford to me.
And then we also have our R button on the steering wheel, which you can save your Raptor mode.
I didn't really use it.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you owned it, you would.
I don't know. I drove this a lot, and I just normaled it pretty much every day and just changed the exhaust mode. So Jacob, before we get to the price, is there anything you do not like about this, or you think they should change for next gen?
V8, that's it.
That's it. All right.
That's it.
And update the gauge cluster to have matching fenders.
I personally don't care about that, but I'm okay with that update.
All right, with everything out of the way, I think it's time we get to the price.
Pretty expensive. This starts at $114,275
Canadian.
and this one is optioned out to $124,035, which is considerably more than a Ranger Raptor that this is based on. However, this is so much cooler than a Ranger Raptor because it looks like a comic car. It doesn't look like it should exist.
Yeah, SUV Raptor is a very cool Raptor, but definitely needs a V8.
Yeah, but the Ranger Raptor is just like such good value. It's actually insane.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, it's just crazy that they did that.
If you're actually planning on off-roading,
Ranger Raptor.
with a 6-cylinder Ranger Raptor.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody just put a friggin' V8, because at this point, like, that 392 Jeep was kind of cooler than this.
It was. Thanks for watching. See you guys at the next video.